Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Pink Lee, host of the Ranting Raving Podcast. I hope you guys are ready for an amazing show tonight. We have with us a special guest.
Hey, how you doing? Chef Shizz in the building.
Chef Shizz. You might remember Chef Shizz from the Ranting Raving review we did last week with the Alfredos. You said Alfredos were your specialty, so we decided to try some. They were amazing. If you haven't checked out the review, please go check it out. And yes, so Chef Shizz, let them know exactly what you do and who you are and what they may know you for.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Once again, it's Chef Shizz. Y'all might know me from South Philly. That's where I'm from. I'm known for basically cooking food. My signature is the Alfredos. The main one will be the seafood trio, which is the salmon, shrimp, and crab. But besides that, I'm just known for great food and great desserts.
Oh yeah, because I had the sweet potato streusel, and it was good. We didn't add that in the review, but we should have added that in the review.
That was something new I just made up.
Oh, wow. All right. See, making up new stuff on the spot. You never know what you're going to get. You guys got to definitely tap in with Chef Shizz. So before we get started, of course, we're going to give a special shout out to our sponsor, Pink Drinks. We've got here the Strawberry Tequila Red. We've got the Cold Green Knockout, and we've got the Acoustic Moscato. A lot of you guys probably haven't heard of the Acoustic Moscato because it is usually only made for acoustic night, stereotype sound sessions of it. If you just missed acoustic night, so sorry that you missed it, but it was amazing, and we'll be back next year with another one. So make sure you guys tap in. So we want to get started with our Words of Wisdom, of course. Words of Wisdom, episode 17. We're going back in time, and it was never compromise your integrity. So in the episode, we just basically spoke about how, especially like in the entertainment industry in general, I feel like, and if you're trying to pursue something at a major, like at a higher level, there's always going to be enticements and temptations to try to get you to compromise your integrity, you know, to maybe make it to the next level, to push it to the next level. Definitely. And, you know, it's something that you can't really give into. A lot of people do give into it, and they often regret it. You know what I mean? So it's something that they're not really, happy with the choice they made. And a lot of time their choices come back to kind of bite them. So it's one of those things. How do you feel about it? Do you feel like you've ever been put in a position where you had to compromise your integrity to maybe go to a higher level or anything like that?
Fortunately, no, I have not had them experiences yet. I haven't reached that, I guess, level of success where, you know, be in that type of environment. But if I ever was, I mean, I'm not compromising myself for no money.
I understand. So you feel, I understand. But I understand that. I think that it does come on a major level. I think there are tests on minor levels, but I don't know. I don't think that maybe they're not so common. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's more so like an upper echelon. Like when you get to a certain point, that's when they approach you. Like they're not just approaching just regular local people. Like once you start to get some influence and powers, that's when they come and test you, because, you know, you can actually do something.
Right. That's true. Well, I guess that's why it's important to kind of get yourself together, like get your kind of work out any kinks you have with your spirit, you know what I mean, as you're working towards that. So that way when you do get tested, you'll be able to pass the test. Exactly. So yeah, that's a good one. So you guys tap into episode 17. Look out for new episodes of Words of Wisdom coming in January, and make sure you guys check out the latest episode 92 on YouTube. And we're going to get into the wild card. All right, Shizz, since you're our guest, I'm going to let you go first and pick the wild card. All right.
All right, so it says, in the service industry, in the service industry, is it ever appropriate to ask for a tip? To ask for a tip? I feel like that's like borderline begging. I'm going to be honest with you. The whole tip card is starting to get out of control to an extent. Asking for a tip is begging, but, you know, if somebody decides to tip you, that's always, you know, acceptable. Like me personally, like my service people, like people give me tips, but like I never tell them like, yo, like give me a tip. Like, I'm not gonna serve you. Like, the service is going to be the same regardless you tip me or not, because you paying me is good enough. I mean,
right.
I'm satisfied with the actual payment and the fact that you thought about me to even come to me to give me your money. Like I
Right.
said, if you want to give me more money on top of that, that's always welcome. But like a tip is not required.
Right. Right. That's true. And I like what you said too. That you said that you're going to give them the same service whether they tip you or not. So that shows that you have like a standard with the way you do things, which is a beautiful thing to know, especially as you're like advertising yourself. Y'all heard that, right? He's got a standard, so make sure y'all tap in. But that's yeah, that's important. That's important. I agree with you. I feel like it's begging as well, but I feel like right now there's like a certain group of people in society who, and maybe it's always been like this, maybe I just noticed it now, who have always been like beggars, I guess. You know, or like really not. Oh, that sounds so terrible. I really not try to come for people, but like they're no. You know what it is? They're just comfortable with begging. Yeah. Like it's okay for them. Like it's not a big deal. And
yeah, it's like where I come from, asking for stuff like that. Like I don't know. Like I was raised like men don't be asking for help and asking for no money. Like if you need money, you need to go outside and go hustle. Like
yeah,
like you asking me for a handout. Like no, you need to go out there and go figure it out. Like,
absolutely. I feel like too with the internet now, there's so many different things you can do. There's so many different little ways people are finding to make money. Like people are finding ways to make money and like, I mean like substantial income without having a physical product anymore.
Exactly.
Like it's so many different ways. So it's important to just, I guess, be like, just literate on the computer so you can kind of find a way. But I definitely agree that it's begging, and I think it's out of control. I agree that way too. So I have like a side part question, kind of like an add-on question. So what do you feel about like tip jars?
Tip jars. I mean, a tip jar is cool because I mean, unless you're gonna be like pointing into the jar after the service. I mean,
that's crazy.
The tip jar is there as an option. I mean, hey, if you feel it in your spirit to give me some extra money,
yeah,
put it in the tip jar. But like I said before, I'm not gonna change the service because you didn't put $2 in my tip jar. Like
right.
Paying for the service, you get what you pay for, which is excellent service, regardless.
Yeah, that's good. That's a fact, and that's good because you just, you know, some people nowadays.
Yeah, I run across people like that. You know, they would treat you differently according if you tip them or not.
Yeah,
I mean, me already paying you money should be good enough for you. Like,
right.
Tips should be extra. Like the fact that I give you $20 for the platter, you should already be happy and satisfied.
Yeah, you made your money.
$20 for the platter.
Right. I agree. All right, so you guys let us know in the comments. What do you feel? Do you feel like it's ever appropriate to ask for a tip in the service industry, and that's any service industry at all? Let us know in the comments because we love to hear what you think. We're going to get into our next wild card. All right. Dad pulls up to the barbershop and sees his son with his stepdad getting him his first haircut. He snaps out, and then the stepdad snaps back. Who is wrong in this situation? So I feel like this was like done. Both like the situation was done in front of the child. So I feel like both are wrong. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel. Cause like I guess both of them have a right to be mad on either side. You know, like you could hear one perspective and be like, oh, I could see that, and you could hear the other perspective and say, oh, I could see that as well. But what shouldn't happen, the child shouldn't have seen anyone snapping or raising their voice or like feeling hostility or anything like that, because now he's confused. Like
exactly. I mean, my take on the situation, I had the first question is, who allowed the kid to go with the stepdad? Did the mom put the stepdad? Yeah, the mom allowed it.
The mom allowed it.
See, I don't know. See, my thing, first of all, like put it in contextually. First of all, before we even get to that point, I would have had to talk with that man beforehand, let him know, like, you're just the guy who talks to my son's mother. Like, you're not the dad. Like, you don't need to do certain things. I don't know, because me personally, like, my dad died when I was young. And I never had a stepfather, but like, if I did, like, first of all, you're not my dad. Like, we're not going there. You don't need to step in and try to be this and that. Nah, bro. Like, my dad passed away. Like, I know what a man is. I'm cool. Like, just be there for my mom. But back on track with the question, it's like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't want my son going to the barbershop with no stepdad. Like, that's what I'm here for. Like, I feel like boys overstepping his boundaries And he should have already knew from the rip not to even do this.
Right. So you know what I feel you too, but you know what I was thinking about, just like playing devil's advocate? Mm-hmm. I was thinking, like, what if it's a situation where, like, the dad, the biological dad, mm-hmm. what if he's like a deadbeat for real? Right. So you know what I mean? And then the stepdad's like only trying to do this to make the mom happy, so she doesn't have to do it because she doesn't want to, you know?
In that case, then, if the biological is a deadbeat, then it's perfectly fine for the stepdad to step up. I mean, that's the name right there, stepdad, step up.
Yeah,
but
right?
If the biological dad is on point financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally with the child, I feel like the stepdad should also do his name and step off. Like, you don't need to be that involved in the life if I'm here. Like, I don't want you confusing my son thinking he got two daddies. No. Once again, you're just a guy who talks to my son's mother. Mm-hmm. You're not the father. I'm the father. Because, like, then, like, it's deeper. Like, what's his philosophy in life? Like what if his philosophy contradicts my philosophy? Mm-hmm. That's why, like, I don't want you, like, getting too overly involved with my child, because, like, I don't want you telling him something that contradicts what I'm telling him.
Yeah, that's a good point too. But yeah, I guess that's when you kind of have to trust the mom to, like, make that decision. But I guess that probably would happen in most cases. Probably, I don't know.
You would have to. Like I said, in my situation, if it ever happened to me, like, we had to be a whole conversation between us adults first. Like I said, like I already said before, like with my wife, if we ever split up, we have a kid. Like, I gotta approve of the guy before he comes around my child. Like, talking to you is one thing. Like, I don't care. He can choose you any kind of way he wants to. But before he comes around my child, like, I need to.
You need to check that. Yeah.
See who he is. Like,
yeah, and set boundaries.
Yeah, because these dudes out here be, you know, all into goofy kind of stuff and be touching children. Like, no, like.
Yeah.
I need to actually check you myself.
That's true.
Before you step anywhere near my child. And then you also lay down the rules, like, this is your limitations.
All right.
This is what you can do and can't do. I don't need you in a decision. I'm gonna tell him right now, I don't care if she tells you it's okay. I'm telling you, man to man, check with me first. Yeah. I'm the father. I'm present. I'm here. You don't need to be making no executive decisions because you're not in that position to be making them kind of calls to begin with. Yeah.
So you would just, like, you check that from the rip. Like, you're setting all the ground rules, letting him know so that way there's no confusion.
Exactly.
Okay. I can understand your concern as well. I can understand your concern. So this is getting, listen, shit was going off just now. He said, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it.
Because I just feel real strongly about that. Like,
no, I understand.
It's like the Russell Westbrook and Future situation.
Oh,
see, that's what really is. It's like,
that's a good one.
You know what I mean? 'Cause I don't know if Future did be or not, but, like, I feel like Future's like, he on some beta now. First of all, like, bro, like, my son calling you dad? Nah, we got to rumble. Yeah, that's violation. Like, why my son calling you dad? You should check him and tell us that I'm not your father. Why are you encouraging that kind of behavior? You
know what? So apparently, I don't know if this is, like, 100% true. This is, like, the story. You know what I mean? I've seen this more than one place and heard this more than one place, but apparently, like, Sierra wasn't getting the proper support from Future. And that's kind of like why Russell Wilson was able at a young age to kind of, like, have that impression on him, because he wasn't spending time with his dad. Like, so there was times where he was waiting for him. Like, maybe he was going to, I don't know, go play football with him. He never came, but then Russell Westbrook is there to play football with him. It's kind of like it kind of happened, you know? But I don't know if that's true. If that's true. If that's true.
Like I said, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I'm saying, but if Future is a deadbeat, then, I mean, Russell was doing his job. But if he's not a deadbeat, then, you know, Future, you acting like a beta now. You better go man up and go tell that man to go step off your family like that. Like, man, you got that man playing catch with your son. Well, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to sound the insecure, but, like, no, ain't no man playing catch with my son. Yeah. Ain't no man we're not doing it. That's
not that father time.
That's my child. Like, that's our moments in life. You understand? Like, you don't be sharing the moments with nobody else. Like I said, but if the biological is a deadbeat, then, I mean, he has no right to dictate anything. Right.
I think it just depends, but the world may never know. You never know what goes on behind them. Yeah, but we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have some more hot topics for you guys. So make sure you guys stay locked in, because, you know, once you're locked in, ain't no switching up. We'll be right back. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Pink Lee from the Ranting Raving Podcast, and today we have a Ranting Raving review to blow your mind. We are talking about the must-try meal from none other than Chef SHIZZ. You might have seen him on Fox 29, interviewed by Mike Greenrich, where he dropped that Alfredo is his specialty, and after seeing those clips, we knew we had to try it. So we ordered the salmon Alfredo and the shrimp Alfredo, and let me tell you something, we were not disappointed. Let's take a look at that shrimp. I mean, just look at the texture, that perfect sear. Each piece was juicy, seasoned to perfection, and bursting with flavor. The sauce, thick, creamy, but not overwhelming. Super flavorful, and the fresh spinach added a nice, healthy touch. Now the salmon, same story. Juicy, seasoned beautifully, super fresh. Both dishes had us hooked. Oh, and the packaging? Sturdy enough just to handle that delivery. No spills, straight up deliciousness, and the comfort of your home. So you mean to tell me you haven't tried Chef SHIZZ yet? What are you waiting for? Tap in with him today. The Alfredo, amazing. And that leads me to believe that everything on the menu is top notch. Make sure you guys tap into Chef SHIZZ. Ranting Raving Reviews has to give it a 10 out of 10. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Pink Lee, and we are back from a quick break, and we have more hot topics with Chef SHIZZ. SHIZZ, it's on you to pick the next wild card.
Let's see. Are body enhancements manipulative in the dating scene? Are they manipulative? My take. Are they manipulative? I don't want to say they're manipulative, but like, it's not real. People probably be offended by this, but I feel like women who get the surgery, I mean, like, it's you to do what you want with it, but like, you really can't compare yourself to a natural woman. It's like the same thing with like somebody who had ghostwriters and somebody who actually write their raps. I mean, if you got a ghostwriter, I mean, cool. You get nice raps. But you don't never ever come out your mouth somebody you're the best rapper. You are disqualified from that conversation because you got augmented. Like you got stuff that other people don't have. You're not actually doing it. Same thing with the women with the BBLs. It's like they be all busted and disgusted before the BBL. Then all of a sudden now you in the gym. It's like you didn't actually work for that body. You got rid of all the fat, sucked it out first. Then you went to the gym. Now after all the work was done, and now you just there toning up. No, that's not fair to the women who actually put the work in. Yeah, and actually have it. Like I said, because when a man has a baby with you, the child isn't going to inherit none of them augmentations. They're going to inherit what you look like. Yeah. And if you ain't had none of that stuff, well, then the child's going to look like you. And then that means also another layer, you're probably going to teach my child to hate themselves. Because if you don't like the way you look, then what you going to tell my child when they look like you? Exactly. Because they're not going to look like the surgery you. They're going to look like the you that was born. Exactly. That's so true. I thought the same thought process. Like, but I wasn't even thinking. I was thinking about the BBLs, but when I was thinking about like procreating with someone who has like a lot of augmentation. So like think about their nose. Like what if they have a crazy nose? Like I mean something like this is not cosmetic surgery. This is a must. Like we have to fix this toucan Sam nose. Like what if it's one of them and then they get the nose surgery and they have the cutest little nose now and then your kid has like issues or something, it's just like I was thinking about that part because we have to realize that people get like their knees, like their height. You can get your height adjusted. You can get your hairline adjusted. You can get it's dasty, like it's crazy. There's not one thing that you can't do. Like we have people who are literally making themselves into lizards and like dragons by slitting their tongues and getting their eyes, weird things under their eyes. Exactly. Yeah. People make themselves into Barbies, literally real life Barbies. It's scary. It's scary, especially as a man. Like I feel like men should be doing no type of surgeries. I'm just put that out there right now. Like no man should be getting no kind of augmented surgery. Oh, what was that guy? What was the rapper who got the Kevin, whatever, Bando Kevo, whatever. Bando Kevo, something like that. That type stuff is what's the word I'm looking for? Blasphemous to masculinity. If you want the body you want, you need to go to the gym. Especially as a man. Like I said, the women, whatever, we can give them passes. Just don't get too cocky with it. But as a man, you have no excuse to be going under the knife. Like, Go to the gym, work out. If you don't work out, you don't deserve the abs. Point blank, period. You don't deserve it. You need to go work for it. I don't respect the shortcuts.
No, I understand that. I think that was one of the biggest uproars about Bando Kevo or whatever, because he was like a man doing it, and it was like, why didn't you just hire a personal trainer? But I feel like we should hold everyone to those same. See, I was gonna say hold everyone to the same standards, but then like, if you think about women who have kids, who have like issues, like I forget, there's this thing with POS, I think, or PCOS, one of those like uterus issues that like women have. I forget which one it is, but like it causes your like pouch to like stay swollen, like kind of like through for the rest of your life type of thing. Like you can't, the only way you would be able to get rid of it is with surgery, pretty much. So then there's like exceptions like that where it's like can't really be fair, because everything can't be equal with women and men, because they're not really equal. They you know, everything is different. So I don't want to say equal. I don't know. I'm gonna just refrain because I can't think of like a better word than equal. But
like I said, I feel like with women, like I said, you can give women certain passes. Like I said, they women, like nobody expect a woman to really go to the gym and work out. Like I said, if you want to get the body done, it's cool. It's just the whole cockiness that comes behind it. It's like you paid for that. Like, don't come to me trying to shit on me now because you done paid for something. Like, you ain't earned that for real.
Yeah.
You paid for that. That's not the same as somebody going to the gym and working for it. It's like the same thing, like, I mean, like a trust fund baby and somebody who actually hustled and made it. You only got that money because your parents gave it to you, which is, I mean, nothing against them and you. I mean, it's not my fault, you know what I mean, that your parents set you up. But at the same time, don't come around bragging like you did something. Because could have you replicated that same move that your parents did without your parents putting you in position?
Yeah, probably
we don't
not.
know, because you was already put in position.
Right.
But I know this person over here who had nothing got to the position you was at. So I have more respect for that person who got there.
No, that's true. That's true. I agree with that. That's real. Well, we would love to know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think that cosmetic surgery and things of that nature are manipulative in the dating world? Let us know what you think in the comments, because we love to hear it. All right. I'm going to pick the next wild card. What does your ideal day look like? What do you do? Well, I think my ideal day would probably, like, I want 48 hours instead of 24 hours in the day. Like, off rip, I want it to be like extended. But a day where I could spend time with like everyone, all the main people that I really enjoy spending time with, like my kids, my man, the studio. That would probably be like an ideal day where I just didn't have to really, I could just like kind of relax with the people I love, and then I don't know, in the night probably maybe by the water with some, like, I don't know, like I feel like that's just like what's on my mind right now for a good day. You know what I mean? Yeah, but my ideal day I think looks different depending on where I'm at, because sometimes my ideal days look different, depending on where I'm at, for sure. But what does an ideal day look like for you?
Well, I would say it actually depends on my mood. But I mean, ideal day for me, first of all, you gotta have some weed involved. Gotta wake and bake. And just keep on baking throughout the day, basically. Yeah. I mean, I think, honestly, out in the forest, the woods somewhere, just in nature. Like, I honestly, people probably say I'm crazy. Like, I just want to disconnect from the matrix. Like, I want to go back to nature. Like, me, ideal day would be no more working. Like I only work because I got bills to pay. But, like, if we didn't have to pay bills no more and that stuff, like, I would be fine with that. Just, just embracing nature and like just meditate and working on my soul progression. Like, that would be an ideal day. A day just me focus on building and improving myself, and not, sitting there wasting my time making somebody else rich all day. Yeah,
that's an annoying thing. Making someone else super rich and they're trickling down pennies to you is a sick concept.
Yes, it is.
America. It's sick. What's going on here? But no, you guys let us know in the comments, what does an ideal day look like for you guys? Because I feel like for everyone, like you said, moves, and I said the same thing. Like, it depends on like what season you're at in the journey. You know what I mean? It might look different, but yeah, we want to know right now how you're feeling. What does an ideal day look like for you? All right, Shiz, it's on you for the next one.
We got. All right. What do you think is the biggest challenge couples face today? Ooh, good one. The biggest challenge? Let me see. Do I take the safe route or we go for violence?
Choose violence.
I choose violence. So we're going to just the females. I love y'all. The biggest problem we face, and just women in general, women don't know how to play their part no more. I'm not going to put it all on them. You know, men definitely do contribute to the downfall, but women, like, I don't think y'all understand, like, the way y'all be talking to your men sometimes really plays into how all this goes down. Like no man wants to come home from work and have to argue with you. It's like females, this crazy thing, because females will go to work and listen to their boss on the first time. Won't argue back, none of that. You come home, I'll tell you to do something simple. All of a sudden now, you want to go back and forth. It's like, where's that energy with your boss? How come you don't go back and forth with him? I gotta come home to you and you up here arguing with me about something. It's like, how can I lead if you're not willing to follow? It's like, you can't call me a bad leader if you're not even following along. You have to actually follow along and get lost first before you can say I can't lead.
That's true.
You can't say I'm a bad leader if I never got us lost and never got us stuck in the woods nowhere.
If I'm leaving the gumdrops behind, you got to keep going.
Exactly. It's like, I mean, if I never got us lost, you cannot say I'm an incompetent leader.
That's true.
You can only say I'm an incompetent leader if I got us lost or if I'm not doing something. And then also another thing, like women with this whole providing thing. Like, yo, that's such a vague and ambiguous thing. Like, oh, providing means you gotta get my hair, my nails, and pay all the bills. Like, what? What book does it says a man has to pay all the bills? Like when God made Adam and Eve, I don't believe he gave them $10,000 and said, yo, make sure you buy her stuff and all that. None of that stuff existed. He didn't buy her nails, get her hair done, none of that. Nowhere does it says, yo, a man needs to spend all his days, spend all his money on a woman. Why can't we build together? Why does it have to be on a man to build all the time? A woman just sit back and just be pretty all day.
So I think to answer your question, like seriously, I know it's a rhetorical question, but I'm about to seriously answer it just because this is like my thoughts on this. And I don't know, just go with me, see if you can get it, right? So I feel like, not like Adam and Eve days, but like old days. So like since the conception of America until like the 60s or the 70s when women got rights, right? I feel like men were the sole providers because women couldn't just go get a job. They had to stay home with the kids, right? And that was for that time, and that was fine. But once women started wanting equal rights and wanted to be able to go out and work and make as much as men and things of that nature, I feel like then it becomes, well, some men believe in providing for all, but women can also make money and contribute because we're now allowed to. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. I feel like back in the day it was a thing, and I feel like some people have that back in the day mindset where they're like, oh, I don't, like, a man needs to pay for everything, you know, that sort of thing, which is fine if you're not able to work or if you're like holding down a different part of something else, like maybe the kids or like the house, whatever your dynamic is. But if you're like able-bodied, I feel like both people should come together, and however you divvy it up is how you divvy it up, but everyone should be contributing if there's two able-bodied people to work.
That's how I feel too. Right? I feel like you should both be working. Like it should not just be on the man to just work and pay for everything. It's like, are you not here eating the food? Are you not here using electricity? Are you not here not using gas? Like, how are you being an adult if I'm paying for you? Like, I was told an adult is responsible for themselves. Yeah, you're a grown woman, but you got a job. You don't think none of your money's supposed to go to these bills? You think you're supposed to just make money and then just stack it yourself and then, you know what I mean, I just spend all my money. No, like, we should be building together. You got money, I got money. And then we should just eliminate this whole pride and ego thing with the man just pays for everything. No, it should be whoever is in the position to pay for the things. That's it. Because paying does not make you the leader. The leader is the one who has the vision. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You just paying your bills.
That's true.
Does not make you in charge. Because we had this mentality, you know, money is power. So, you know, people are, if I'm spending the money, then I'm in control. No, you're not. You're just the person foot in the bill. The person that's actually in charge is the person who has the intelligence to see where we're going.
Yeah.
Directing us, guiding us. Okay, you might have the money, but guess what? I might have the intelligence to know what to do with the money. Instead of paying the bill this month, let's take this and reinvest it in that and make a couple dollars and then pay the bill after we flipped it. See, you just want to go pay the bills. I got the mindset, let's go flip it first, then pay the bill. See, that's the leader mindset.
Right. You flip it, you got the money to pay the bill, plus you got some extra to maybe reinvest and flip again. Like, there's option. So now it's bringing me, see, that conversation just listened where else is bringing me to this kind of like something I was considering for a scenario, but I saw it online, right? So here you go. It was a woman. So basically, this guy asked his woman to move in with him, right? Mm-hmm. And she still pays rent at her apartment, but she doesn't live there. It's like empty for the most part, right? Mm-hmm. And she lives with her man. And 1 month, he pays for everything. And he told her, like, you don't have to pay for anything, like, whatever. Just, like, use your money on yourself. You know what I mean? So I'm not paying for nothing for you, but you don't have to pay anything here, right? Mm-hmm. So then he gets, like, I don't know if he gets fired from his job or something happens where he can't pay any of the bills that month. So he asked her, like, oh, can you pay the bills this month? And, no. First, he gets fired. He does get fired, right? But it's like, let's say it's like the second week in the month. Mm-hmm. So by the end of the month, he's like, I need money. And she's like, oh, it's been a whole month. Like, why don't you have a new job yet? Like, it's been 2 weeks since you got fired. You should have a new job and you should be able to pay these bills, or you should have like something put up because I'm not paying it. Right. So then he was like, so then she brings up the idea like, oh, if I pay them, you have to pay me back. And he's like, I'm not paying you back. Like, oh, you know what it was? His mom had surgery. That's what the scenario was. It was his mom was. So it wasn't like he just didn't have the money. It was he got fired, but his savings had just went to his mom's surgery. So he really had nothing. And he's been supporting her like 100% this whole time. And she wouldn't even like attempt. She had the money and she wouldn't even do it. And then, yeah. And it just brings me to think about like what you're saying, like some people are in the mindset of like, let's just come in where we can and come together and make this work. And some people are all in it for themselves. And it's like, it's two different people in this world, right?
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Some women understand, let's come together. Like, we don't need to be on this pride and ego and all this stuff. Just put our money together. We can do more with our money together than with one person just trying to spend their money. Yeah,
that's so true. Evens out. All right, we're about to get into, let me see. Oh, yeah. The next one. Oh, yeah. Okay. Should couples be required to live together before getting married, or is this unnecessary and even harmful to the relationship? I feel like it should go on the person, because even though like I know in the Bible it says it's like a sin to do that, but I also feel like today is such a different time to where, not to say like the Bible's irrelevant, but to where things go by like what's conducive for me basis. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You need to like get to know people. And I feel like when you're living with someone, you get to know them like the most you can ever get to know them. Yes, so I feel like it really just depends on the relationship and the people. But what do you think?
I think honestly, yes, you should. Because, I mean, you really don't know a person until you live with them and see their habits.
Yeah.
That's how you really get to know people. Like, you get to see their habits every day, what they doing. Because now you get to get the full scope of the person.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I forgot, somebody said something, but it was something like you got to see people in all their seasons. Like, you got to see people when they happy, when they mad, when they upset. Like, you got to see how people deal with problems in they different emotional states. And you don't see that when you don't live with them because you're not around them enough.
That's true. I agree. So you guys let us know in the comments, what do you think? Do you guys think that couples should live together previous to marriage, or do you think that it would hurt the relationship? Let us know in the comments because we would love to hear from you. All right. It's on you. We have like 2 more wild cards left, and then we're going to get into pick a struggle.
All right. What would you do if you found out your significant other was holding money for their ex who's locked up? What you mean holding money? Like, what? You put money on their books or
I mean that could be part.
Stashing bread for them.
Yeah, you're like stashing their money because they don't have anyone they can trust except for you, and you're just like saving, you're stashing the money.
That's deep. How would I feel? First, I'll be upset because you're lying to me. Of course, you know, you're not telling me things. But I don't know if you give me a piece of the money. I mean, I'm just saying, hey, if I get a piece of the money, because I've been saying, if you're my significant other, keep my wife about to have, then like.
Well, what if she been paying like the bills with it?
That's what I'm saying. See, you know, paying the bills with it. I don't know. He had another later because now that's another man paying for me. I'm not comfortable with that.
Well, kinda, because like it is right, but it's also kind of like this is like her portion for the job she's doing.
Nah, then see that's no then.
She's like working for it.
Nah,
but if she told you up front that she was working for it, would you be with it then?
Nah, because you know you can't work for your ex. I don't know. That's a little too close.
I was trying to get him, y'all. He not going for it.
I mean, you working for your ex, like I said, nah. Like it's touchy because like, what are you really doing? Like, are you just stashing money? Like,
yeah, he had a bunch of money. Let's say he had, I don't know, 500,000, and he just like had like in a duffel bag and was like, "Yo, I'm about to get locked up. Take this."
But are they like trying to run away when he comes home type time, or she just
that's up to your imagination. I don't know.
See, if that's the case, then no. Because if this guy got, let's say, $500,000, I don't got $500,000. You might be plotting away from me come home, or
maybe just getting her stash of the money to. I don't know, but maybe I would think that because she didn't tell me, so maybe
it's like if you're not telling me, it's
maybe
like what's else? Because I'm thinking because otherwise this would be babe, I came up some money, babe. We can just spend this. I mean, maybe it's different, but the fact that you're not telling me tells me that there's more to it. So no, I'm not cool with it. Like that's a done deal right there.
I think that's like the thing. The not telling is like the part that's like makes it weird.
Yeah.
All right. That's our last wild card. Should unaliving yourself attempts be criminalized? Whoa. So I thought this was an interesting question because. Like if someone wants to unalive themselves and they write like a letter and it's like a clear statement, right? And they know it's from this person. If you assist them in any way, that's attempted unaliving on your part, right? So what would be the difference if you're the one doing it? You just you tried to seek out help and the help got in trouble. So why wouldn't you get in trouble if you survive, right? Mm-hmm. And trouble, I feel like a lot of people get put into just like psychiatric help, which I think is enough. Me personally, right? I think that's because you're still on lockdown and you're getting the help that you actually need. Like you're getting the therapy, you're getting tools to help you through whatever your issues are. And I feel like you could actually benefit from that, leave there and become a better person. But if you put them in jail per se, they're just going to continue to attempt to unalive themselves. I feel like there's not going to be any help. But what do you think? Do you think they should be criminally charged? I mean, I know it's kind of like deep, but it's an honest question.
My thought. Well, first, before we can get into that, my personal thoughts on like even being charged with crimes is like, first of all, who gave the government the authority to even charge people with crimes in the first place? Like, who gave them the authority to even say it's illegal to kill people? But meanwhile, they can send people to Iraq to go murder people, and that's okay. But if somebody breaks in my house and I kill somebody, you know what I mean? It's like, who gave them the moral superiority to say that people can't kill people anyway, first of all?
So everything was based off of the Bible, technically, but then came the separation of church and state. So it's like we're still technically going by the morals that were based from the Ten Commandments. That's what our Constitution was kind of like based off of. But then we had the separation of church and state, but that kind of never... We still kept that. Yeah, we still kept that. See, it's interesting.
I mean, like, so we'll answer the question. I mean, I feel like if a person want to kill themselves, just let a person kill themselves. Like, why are you going to put them in jail for wanting to kill themselves? If they don't want to be here, let them remove themselves. Me personally, like, I wouldn't get into that, and I mean, I don't encourage that type of behavior. But at the same time, I believe people have the right to make their own decisions in life, no matter what that is. If you choose that, you know, life is too hard for you, and that's what you want to do. I mean, why should you be put in jail for that? Like I said, all you're going to do is go to jail and then maybe try to fight somebody and then have them try to kill you or hang yourself. I mean, like, why would you penalize somebody because they choose not to deal with this world no more? It's a waste of my tax dollars. I'm just listening. Maybe I'm sorry. Just like, maybe I'm
you gonna pay somebody? Hey, buddy, what you want? Messing with everybody until somebody just takes you out for you. Exactly. It's crazy. But
I'm just saying, like, it's a waste of my tax dollars to keep somebody alive who don't want to be alive. Let man move himself from the data pool. And then, you know,
not make us.
We can just keep it going. Like, I don't know why you be penalized for that.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Different perspectives. So you guys let us know. Do you guys think that unaliving attempts should be criminalized? Let us know in the comments, because I would definitely love to hear. I think there's all types of perspectives in this one. I would love to definitely know what you guys are thinking. So we are about to get into our next and final subject here. It is called Pick a Struggle. And you have to pick your struggle. Would you rather struggle like this, or would you rather struggle like this? That's what we're going to figure out. So you can choose one. You can choose either one. Doesn't matter which one. And we'll get started with this. Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle.
All right.
Pick a struggle.
Would you rather be in jail for selling drugs or out on the street hooked on drugs, and why? Well, that's simple. I'd rather be in jail for selling them. I'm not no customer. I'm not about to be outside strung out, no drug addict. When I grew up, we respected the hustlers, like the person that made the money. I'm not trying to be the guy you making the money off of all strung out. So yeah, I'd rather be in jail for being a drug lord than to be a drug addict.
I feel that, actually. That was a good, like, you had a good little back, like, you knew for sure, hey, this is why I'm not doing this. This is why I never will. Like, I get it.
I'm not about to go out like that.
I feel you. I feel like that's a lot of people's perspectives, like, just not wanting, just like they grew up in a time where, like you say, you respected the seller, not the user. So it's different. But would you guys let us know, again, in the comments? I think I've asked you guys this before, but let us know in the comments. Would you rather be in jail for selling drugs or out in the street hooked on drugs? Let us know which one, because I feel like both is major. I still haven't decided which one. Yeah, I always, every time that I think about it, because I like to ask people this specific question because I feel like it's just like a really dope question from everyone's perspective. So I like to keep that one, and I still don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out one episode. I don't know. I will figure it out.
I done seen some drug addicts, and their life don't look glamorous.
Ain't right. But nothing looks glamorous about jail either. Like,
true.
Someone, did you hear about that last night? Philly, did y'all hear about that last night? One of the Philadelphia prisons, I don't know, CFCF or whatever, little, like, they have little things around. Yeah, I don't know which one it was, but one of them was left unattended, and someone got unalived last night because they didn't have anyone to work it, and they just left it there, and the man got unalived just last night. I don't want to be there. I don't want to go there.
True, I mean, it is, but like I said, I take my chances in jail. Like, you have a better chance of surviving in jail. Think about it, because like in jail, you don't have to actually win the fight. You just have to prove that you're willing to fight. On the street, you hooked on drugs, you can be fighting for your life for that heroin. Like, depending on what drug you hooked on.
Fight for your life.
I'm just saying, you hooked on drugs. Like I said, the drug addicts I've seen, their life don't look glamorous. There's nothing about that I want a part of at all. Like I said, I can deal with going to jail, because at least I can go to jail, read books, educate myself, and come back better. I never seen no drug addict come back better. I just never seen no recovering drug addicts. I'm just saying, you don't recover from that. That's something you get involved with, and it's over.
It's over.
I mean, Malcolm X. He was a street guy. What happened? Went to jail.
And he fixed his whole. Yeah, that's true. All right, so maybe. All right, I'll let y'all know next week. Because I don't know. I'm going to let y'all know next week. But she just gave me a different perspective. Gave me something to think on. But I'll let y'all know next week. I'm about to get into our last pick a struggle. Already got it. Ready? Would you rather $10 million today with a 15-year increase on your age, or go back to the age of 5 with all your knowledge you have now, and why? I'm like, obviously, I would go back to the age of 5. Everything I know now could take over the world. What would you rather do?
Same thing. I'd rather go back to 5.
Yeah.
I think that's the most logical. I mean, the short-minded person would probably pick the 10 mil. I can make more than 10 million. Because first of all, I can bet on all the games that I already know is going to happen.
Right.
I make all the bets.
Right.
I'm going to make all the predictions. I'm going to be listen, there's all kind of hustles you can do if you already know the answer already.
Especially also, yeah, you have like, so think about your hustles, but also thinking about just like how, knowing like how the entertainment industry is going to go. Like, if you already know where it's going, like, and I would still want to do all the things that I'm doing. I would know exactly what's about to pop, and like, I would know whether to, you know, how to form like what I'm doing, you know, to make it. I don't know. You just would know on certain things. Like, you would know, oh, let me invest in Bitcoin, or let me invest in. There's just so many, things.
I'll be inventing things like we got an idea from. Listen, don't worry about it. I'll be making Facebook. It'll be 96, and we have Facebook already. MySpace. We have Instagram. I'm taking everybody's ideas.
Everything, man. I wish. Well, you never know what could happen. All right. Thank you so much, Chef Shiz, for coming out with us tonight. I hope you enjoyed yourself on the pod. Is there anything you want to leave the people with before we end off?
Anything I want to leave people with? Listen, if you got any catering needs, no matter how big or small, Chef Shiz can do them all.
All right. Y'all heard. Chef Shiz, where can they follow you on Instagram?
You can follow me at Chef Shiz. That's Chef Shiz, spelled SHIZZ_A. And again, that is Chef Shiz_A. You can follow me there and keep up to date with everything going on.
All right. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys order a pink drink at PINKKDRINKKS on Instagram. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Stereotype Radio on YouTube, and so you can get all the newest episodes and also clips. And make sure you subscribe to Stereotype Radio and Ranting Raving Podcast on Instagram, as well as Hi Pinklee, HIPINKKLEE. We will see you guys next week, and make sure you guys stay locked in, because once you're locked in, ain't no switching up. We'll see you next week.